welcome back to my channel. Today I have my week 8 weigh-in. If you'd like to see what my week 8 weigh-in is, just keep on watching.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Okay, so my week 8 was much better than my week 7. I'm sorry I didn't have a week 7 update for you guys. I was so busy. I'll get into that in a little bit later. But this week I'm happy to report that I am in Onederland! Woo, Onederland! When I saw that 199.4 this morning, I was in disbelief. I had to get on and get off again and make sure that that number was correct because I just could not believe my eyes. Like, I even took a picture and sent it to my husband because I was like, look! I'm in the 190s now. And he's actually been doing really great on his weight loss journey. He's not following the Weight Watchers plan, but he is counting his calories. Something that we have done in the past and that does work. So I know it works well for him. For me, I just needed something not so restrictive, even though I am still counting my calories, and I'll get into that as well. There's things about Weight Watchers that just doesn't work for me, and one of those things is the tracking. Okay, I track really well. I do use my points. I love carbs and I need carbs. I feel like I need them, and I eat them and I count my points for them. The only thing is that, you know, when I do get my 23 points for the day, I find that my caloric intake is still very low. So as I am tracking in Weight Watchers, I'm also tracking in MyFitnessPal, and like for instance yesterday I had a turkey and cheese sandwich on white bread, and I had 1 teaspoon of mayonnaise, spicy mustard. I had a bag of kettle chips and some grapes for lunch, and then for dinner I had pancakes. I had 2 pancakes with just the regular Aunt Jemima pancakes with maybe 1/8 cup of reduced sugar syrup and 1 egg. So I reached my max 23 points, but my caloric intake was only at 798 or something like that. So I wasn't eating enough. I was eating to satisfaction, but I wasn't eating enough calories. So I think that my week 7, I wasn't tracking in MyFitnessPal, I was only tracking in Weight Watchers, and I wasn't eating enough calories. So my body wanted to hold on to whatever it could, and it also was the time of the month. So during the time of the month, I do retain water, so I didn't expect to lose and maybe even gain a little. I usually gain between 3 and 5 pounds when I'm on my monthly, and I only lost 0.6 last week. And I did have some of that fat girl tendencies coming back. You know, I wanted to binge. I wanted that salt and sugary mix. My vice right now is like potato chips with chocolate. Like piece of potato chip and a chocolate together. It's like heaven for me, especially during that time of the month. So I did have to... I had to try not to eat those things, which was really hard, and some nights I lost the battle of, you know, my fat girl tendencies, but that's okay. Like, you know, new week, new beginning. I think of it as a new day. If I binge ate, I come to terms that that's what I did. Now the next day I'm gonna do better. So that's what I love about Weight Watchers, and I guess you don't have to implement that idea for the Weight Watchers program. You can implement that in any program that you are using. So my husband's using MyFitnessPal, and he implements that in his caloric intake weekly. He does weekly weigh-ins just like I do. His weigh-ins are on Wednesdays, mine's are on Fridays. So the thing is that he has more willpower than me. I don't have that much willpower. And I'm an emotional eater. So for him, like things that are the same, always the same, he can do long term. For me, it's a little different. I have this relationship with food that I connect my emotions to food, and he really doesn't do that. He doesn't have that issue. And I know that it's from my past traumas that food has always been there for me, and it's never gone away, and it's always been consistent, and I've always gone to food to make myself feel better. So I'm trying to find a new vice that is healthier. I did used to exercise rigorously when I was training for my half marathon, and even before then I love spin, I love cycling, I hate running, but I do it anyways. And I just need to try to fit it into my life now. As busy as my life is right now, I need that release. And you know what? Like, if I decide to run a 10K, I'm gonna, if I feel like I earned a brownie, I'm gonna eat a brownie because I deserve it, and calories in, calories out. So I expended a bunch of calories, and it's okay to indulge once in a while. The problem is that people who are overweight indulge too much, more than once in a while, almost every day. So that's why we get to where we are. So indulging is okay at a minimum, as long as you can fit it into your program and fit it into your caloric intake. My sweet spot for losing weight is around 1,200 calories. If I can stay between 1,100 and 1,300 calories, I do see a reduction on the scale. If I'm under calories, I will not lose. If I'm over calories, I will not lose. And since I have PCOS, it's even more difficult for me to lose, and my hormone levels are constantly fluctuating for no rhyme and reason, that anything that I can make routine helps my hormone level stay stabilized and my sugar level stay stabilized. So that's what I'm trying to work on this week. I'm trying to work on gaining back control, recognizing the changes that I need to make in order to stay consistent in my meals and in my caloric intake, and to manage my stress in a different outlet. So I have tons of things going on right now. I got accepted to nursing school, so I'm excited to start that venture, which scares me because I know the stress level is going to be high, and when I'm stressed, I go to food. When I'm happy, I go to food. When I'm sad, I go to food. When I'm bored, I go to food. So I'm hoping that nursing school will keep me busy enough to not fixate my thoughts on food, because I find that's what happens, is that I'll start thinking, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. I shouldn't eat it, I shouldn't eat it, I shouldn't eat it, but I really want it, but I really want it, but I really want it. And I'll think about it now. It'll stay in my mind, and then I break, and I get whatever that thought was. So that's my battle for this week, and going into next week, I'm gonna try to focus my energy and my temptations somewhere else. We do have some things planned that are going to make tracking a little more difficult, but I'm gonna do my best, and that's all I can do, is my best. Even when I feel my best isn't my best, I have to keep pushing forward. I have to keep my eye on the prize, and the prize is my health and my well-being, and hopefully a long, 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 long life. So, did I tell you how much I weigh? I can't remember. Last week I only lost 0.6 pounds. That was week 7. This week I lost 1 point something pounds, or I can't remember. Hold on a second. I lost 1.6 pounds. So I was 201.0 last week, and today I was 199.4, so that is a total weight loss of 13.6 pounds since January 3rd. So yeah, it's slow and steady. I know a lot of people have really big losses, but I don't. My body just does not release fat in that way, and A lot of it has to do with the PCOS, and I have to think about the story of the hare and the turtle, and that slow and steady wins the race. So that's my mentality. But I am happy to be in Wonderland. Now let's hope that I can stay there. And we are going out for an anniversary dinner. My husband and I are celebrating 18 years together. So usually we split a meal. So we're gonna work that out, and hopefully I don't go back up tomorrow morning. As you do know, I am a daily weigher. I know it's horrible. You don't need to tell me. I know it's bad. What can I do? That's just what I do. So I will see you in my week 10 weigh-in, and I hope you guys have an amazing week. Leave any questions or comments down below. I'd love for you guys to connect and get to know each other and feed off of each other's energies, because we're not alone in this. Everyone is struggling with something, whether it's weight, whether it's a relationship, whether it's career, whether it's family. We all are struggling for something, and we all have our own battles. So don't forget to be kind to one another, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!